Imagine waking up to an Earth where there is no land left. No mountains, no continents, just an endless, churning sea. The 7th mass extinction event. With even the tallest mountain submerged, the deep sea is the only place left. Who could do this except the god of the ocean, Kyogre? And God in the book of Genesis, but that's another story. Is it possible to flood the earth without defying the laws of physics? If so, how? And if Earth became a water world, what would happen next? Professor Baobab! God! Oh. What is it, Chuka?
So, if Kyogre flooded the earth, would it just be rain? I mean, storms can get pretty intense, but would that be enough?
Good question. Rain doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It's part of the water cycle. Normally, water evaporates from oceans, forms clouds, and falls as rain. If Kyogre's primordial sea caused non-stop storms, that water has to come from somewhere. And if we're talking about covering the entire planet in water, that's a lot of extra water.
So, where does Kyogre get it?
I've got a physically sensible theory I'd love to share with you.
Okay, but how much water are we actually talking about?
Let's consider the most extreme scenario. Kyogre floods everything. The tallest mountain, Mount Everest, is 8.8 kilometers tall. To cover it completely, we'd need about 4 billion cubic kilometers of additional water.
4 billion? That sounds a lot. Does the Earth even have that much water?
No. And that's obviously going to be an issue. Or is it? Earth currently has about 1 billion cubic kilometers of water above ground. Oceans, lakes, rivers, glaciers, all of it. Even if Kyogre wrung out every ice cap, drained every underground reservoir, and squeezed every last drop of moisture from the atmosphere, there still wouldn't be enough.
So, where does all that extra water come from?
Well, the planet's mantle is estimated to hold up to 3 times the amount of water in all the oceans. Locked away in minerals deep below the crust in the form of hydroxyl groups and other compounds.
Wait, you're telling me that there's more water inside the Earth than there is outside it?
Well, the water is still on Earth, but that's semantics. And if Kyogre had the power to release that trapped water, then a global flood isn't so far-fetched after all. But that raises the question, how fast could this happen?
I imagine it will take millions of years for enough rain to fall.
Not necessarily. The most intense rainfall ever recorded was in Réunion, where an unbelievable 1 meter of rain fell in just 12 hours. Imagine if Primordial Sea summoned that level of storm over the entire world, non-stop, at a rate of 1,000 millimeters of rain per 12 hours, it would take just about 10 years to flood the entire planet.
10 years? That's actually not that long.
It isn't. And fun fact, 1 millimeter of rain is equal to 1 liter of rain per square meter. So I just took the surface area of the Earth, multiplied it by the roughly 4 oceans worth of water Kyogre needs to check off, cover all land in water off its bucket list, and boom, 10 years of rain is all it takes to turn Earth into the ultimate water type battlefield.
Okay, hang on. Didn't God flood the world in the book of Genesis?
Yeah, it's not quite as fast as 40 days and 40 nights. But still, turning the Earth into a swimming pool in just a decade? That's not bad for one legendary Pokémon.
So, I guess we're doomed if Primal Kyogre would ever exist by itself. Well, what next?
If Earth became an ocean planet, it wouldn't just be like a bigger version of our current oceans. It would be an entirely different world.
What do you mean?
Well, first, the weather would go haywire. A decade of constant storms would cause global dimming, reducing sunlight by at least 25%. Less sunlight means cooling. Kind of like what happened in 1816, the year without a summer, when a volcanic eruption caused temperatures to drop by half a degree, leading to food shortages and famine.
That's nothing! How would that cause a food shortage?
It's not just that it would get colder, Chuka. 25% less light means any photosynthesizing organism would suffer massively. Meanwhile, the polar ice caps would expand, reflecting more sunlight, making the planet even colder. This could spiral into an ice-covered ocean world where even the equator has a thick layer of ice floating over deep water.
Okay, what about the land? Or what's left of it?
That's the next problem. More water means more weight pressing down on Earth's crust. The added pressure could trigger mega earthquakes and underwater supervolcanic eruptions. Imagine entire mountain ranges shifting, continents crumbling under the sheer weight of all that water.
Okay, worst case scenario. Everything is underwater. Would humans survive?
Maybe. There are a few ways we could adapt. Number one, in theory, floating cities sound like a great idea. We already have prototypes. Think of the man-made islands and offshore platforms dotting our oceans today. But those are built for calm waters. A planet-wide hurricane-ridden sea is a different story. if the waves are constantly the size of skyscrapers, how long before even the sturdiest flowing city becomes the next Atlantis? Number 2, if we can't live underwater, why not live under it? Underwater cities would solve the storm problem. After all, the deeper you go, the calmer it gets. But there's a new problem. Oxygen. A sealed city would need its own atmosphere, independent of the endless ocean pressing down on it. If any part of the dome fails, well, let's just say there's a reason submarines don't have windows. And number 3, if neither of those work, maybe we don't build new homes. We become them. Could we bioengineer humans to survive underwater? It sounds crazy, but life adapts. Whales evolved from land animals that returned to the sea. So could we one day develop gills, wet hands? Would our voices sound different underwater? Maybe we would communicate like dolphins instead of talking. Would we even still be human?
So, we basically turn into water-type Pokemon.
Pretty much. And if Earth became an endless ocean, we'd have to decide, stay and adapt, or leave permanently. How would you survive Kyogre's flood?
Rain is so deadly. That's why I hate water.
Don't be so dramatic! Next time, we'll learn about a Pokemon that wants no oceans at all.
Oh, are these two Pokemon like balanced forces then?
Exactly! Earth is delicately balanced. Even small climate changes reshape history. Sea levels are already rising and coral reefs are bleaching thanks to global warming. Maybe it's time we respected our precious oceans and all of its underwater beauty before it's too late. Or you could just invest in a really good boat, because you never know when things might go overboard.